Hey, we're back. It's been fucking like 3 months.
It's been like 5!
Shit.
It's August!
No, it's not. Shut up. It's still January.
Well, you know, you guys had a lot of stuff to do during those 5 months. Avoiding me watching this anime.
Okay, to be fair, this one's longer than we normally watch.
Yeah, tell me what you said. Because we went for a walk. I guess I'll tell them. We went for a walk. I was like, yeah, I'm watching Shangri-La since you guys are watching it. I'm like, yeah, it's like 25 episodes. You're like, what? I said, yeah, it's 20. He's like, it's 2 seasons? I said, no, I think it's 1 season, but it's 25 episodes.
Yeah, I think this was that was probably the day after we started watching it. Because you don't tell me anything about these shows. You're just like, yeah, we're gonna watch this one.
It's good. Like, it's all... Because I don't know these things. I'm just like, it seems good. We'll watch it.
Like, you won't tell me if it's finished or not? You won't do
Because I don't... As far as I'm concerned, it's like... I just want to start watching it.
Won't tell me how many episodes I'm signing up
Again,
for.
I don't know when I'm just like, I'm going to commit to watching this.
Jacob, you brought a 6-episode anime. I gotta bring a 25-episode anime.
Did I bring a 6?
No, I was just making a joke.
I mean, that Sparrow's Hotel thing was pretty fucking short.
Look, you can't fucking give me shit when you're like, we're going to watch G Gundam. How long is G Gundam?
Yeah, fuck you, Jacob.
That wasn't even my choice.
Yeah, fuck you, Phil.
I'm pretty sure that was your choice. I was just sitting there shouting, hey, watch G Gundam. Anyway, this is Shangri-La Frontier.
He gaslit you. He's like, yeah, we watched Gundam.
He tried to. Anyway, here's Shangri-La Frontier now that we're 2 minutes deep into this talking about.
It's a gamer anime.
No, it's a god tier anime.
Yes, yeah, sure.
It's a god tier game, but it's a gamer anime. You ever wanted the fucking show to treat you like an absolute moron and be like, what's a buff? And you're like, we're 22 episodes ahead!
Have you ever wanted a show? Imagine what VR they wish would feel like. You lay in the bed and you do all these cool moves.
To be fair, pro gamer guy, he's got like a fucking pod.
Yeah, what's trash tier gamer got? A bed?
Yeah,
Got a bed and a headset.
I mean, hey,
He's doing flips.
It's close enough.
It's fine. It's all in his head.
So basically, what happens is he drops into this. So he usually plays trash games.
Oh, they're so good.
And
do you remember how it opens? Because I do.
Take it away then.
All right, so he's basically gotten to the end of a quest with this princess, and then she turns around to him and is like thanking him for all that he's done, and he's leapt into the air, and he's screaming obscenities at the princess, and there's just this slow-mo shot of his foot making contact with her face, because apparently you can't attack her in-game, otherwise you suffer penalties, but in the last cutscene, you can inflict damage on her, and there's no negatives. And she's been, like, the absolute fucking worst escort. Because she just causes problems.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah.
So he picks up this new game at the recommendation of the game store that we spent way too long in, honestly.
Well, that was because we sat there and tried to figure out what each of the games on the shelf was.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I think we sat there for half an hour and we just pointed out, like, oh, that's Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
That's
Kirby in the Forgotten Land. That's Elden Ring.
To be fair, though, like, if there was any part of the game that was going to get us, that attention to detail, that was going to be what got us. Because...
Was there Ace Combat in there?
Yeah.
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 There was a
I
whole
saw
lot
that one.
of Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
So he picks up this god tier game.
No, he doesn't pick it up. The store clerk says, "Well, you've been playing a lot of trash games. How about you play a god tier game?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Well, he said he picks it up.
Yeah, he picks it up at the
She
store.
gives it to him. She says, "You're gonna take this game and you're gonna go play it."
And you're going to go make out with your schoolmate. What? Don't worry about that.
Yeah, like the only reason why the store clerk's recommending it to him is because she wants to set up a date with his classmate.
They haven't even really talked. Like, there's nothing.
They met halfway through the anime, and he put his hands in his pockets, and she was like, "Oh, that's so cool," and then that was it.
He's a badass.
And
well, because he can't talk to women either. Like,
well, it's because he doesn't care. He just wanted to go back and play the game.
No, he had a moment where he was trying to be. He was just absolutely failing to be normal.
The viewers won't get this, but I'll bring it up. This guy is quenchly the Brennan. Because Brennan has so many stories where his brother had Corey has so many stories that he tells about Brennan where he's like, yeah, this girl's like checking you out and you like had your headphones on, your head down, and she was like eyeing you the whole time. He's like, where was this at? He's like, at the mall. He's like, oh, I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
So like this guy, I started hating this character. Not because I hate Brennan.
So he picks his class and whatnot, and he picks his background of wanderer. So he starts off in the woods, because he didn't read the background at all. And he
made his character. It took him, 2 hours to make the character?
I don't know. He spends 10 hours punching rabbits in the face to get their knives. And then he gets beat up by a fucking wolf.
Absolutely bodied. He skipped the first town, by the way.
Yeah, he just ran across the bridge to the second town, of Second Dale or whatever.
Wasn't there a snake?
Yeah.
He killed a snake. It's whatever.
And
it was a cool fight.
Hmm?
It was a cool fight, fighting the snake.
And so he gets bodied by this unique monster, and then he suffers a curse, because, why not? Which triggers another unique event where he finds Rabbit Yakuza Town.
Rabbituza.
And he goes there, he gets his NPC partner, who's way over leveled.
He's like level 50, I think.
I don't know, he's like level 7, so...
Yeah. He also never puts points into HP. He's fucking insane.
Well, he doesn't have he's been putting points into other stats to make up for the fact that he can't wear armor.
Yeah, but not HP. Because
he's got to put it into attack and speed.
Oh my god. I mean, the game basically handed him like restrictions that just fit his build.
I know it's not important, but I want to say this: the girl that wants to talk to him spends, I think, 3 days or something sitting at the first area waiting for him to show up, and then she's eventually like, "Oh, he hasn't shown up yet."
So one thing leads to another, and somebody takes a picture of his rabbit companion, which basically sets out this like, "Hey, does anybody understand where this rabbit came from?" So everybody tries to beat him up.
Well, because all the lore nerds are like, we got nothing. We haven't seen this because what's his face, Sunraku, basically triggered this by doing the most absurdly specific things. I think he had to specifically use Vorpal blades, which is what he got for beating up all the rabbits, and earn the respect of Lycagon, who left him with the curse.
The other thing is that there's like multiple groups that are hunting these creatures, these secret creatures,
unique monsters.
Yeah, unique monsters, and he's not even trying to find it, and he gets to see the unique monster before anybody else.
No.
Well, not before everybody else, but like, before like the big groups that are like hunting these unique monsters.
No, other people have fought Lycagon.
I don't think so.
No, because wasn't there a shot of the computer saying uploading unique monsters?
No, there was literally one of the shorts where he's like, other people have fought Lycagon? Yeah, here's some stories.
That could have been after.
It wasn't.
It could have been.
I'm pretty sure.
No, there's an entire clan dedicated to fighting Lycagon.
I know there is.
I thought in one episode said Lycagon's like the second to last one that's supposed to appear.
Nobody's encountering them in the right order.
Yeah, because the person that wrote this book doesn't know video games.
I just remember...
It's called sequence breaking. It happens all the time.
I just remember there's a shot of a computer, and it says, installing unique monsters.
Yeah. No, they've been there. Because
Anyway, it really does not matter.
Not particularly.
He just said, shut the fuck up, I'm moving on!
Well, because, I mean, it's...
We're arguing about things we all watched like 4 months ago.
I know.
So anyway, shit, what happened? So, a bunch of player killers come after him, and one of them is a friend of his from another trash
Well, not so
game.
much a friend, but a rival.
They have friendly meetings. It's fine. It's whatever.
Well, eventually. But regardless.
And, yeah, and then some other things happen.
Jacob said, "Can you please stop interrupting me? Every time you interrupt me, I lose my."
No,
train of
honestly,
thought."
I don't really remember too much, but I should probably start scrolling through this and maybe it'll jog my memory. There's a part where
Nothing's coming to my mind.
he fights 10 monsters in a row, and he keeps getting beat up by the shitbird.
The compilation of him just getting shat on. It's great.
I think everything he got within the first 10 tries, and then shitbird's up there with like 150 kills on him.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. I think
You gotta fight like Tree Monster that once you figure out the pattern.
yeah,
He's had it last like 10 minutes, and then before you could even kill it, the rabbit guy came down and killed the.
yeah. So the tree guy really likes his scepter, and if while he's holding the scepter, he's immune to all damage, and then he drops it, and then he gets immediately one-shotted by the rabbit boss. And then we spend a whole bunch of episodes setting up to fight a super boss who's supposed to be mid-tier or near endgame.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was supposed to be. That.
And so they go out and his other friend from an awful fighting game shows up to help out too.
Yeah. He's a monk. And also in a female avatar.
Yeah, and
Which... I play
nobody seems to care.
Well, because everyone does.
Well,
there are plenty of people who do that.
Well, no, what I mean is that in one of the SLF minis, he's like, well, maybe someone's going to comment. Or maybe they just won't care.
I was gonna say, I think there's a study done, and I don't know where the study was done at, but they said most male people play as female characters, and most female play as male characters. If you ever watch our Fortnite videos, I can't think of her name, but whatever her name is, I feel she plays as like always male characters. And you got Corey who breaks the mold, and he's like, I gotta play as male characters because I like seeing strong men.
I always play as females because I like.
Yes, I do too.
No, like I just like the idea that like I'm doing all this cool shit, and there's enough male protagonists in the world.
You don't have to defend. Nobody's over here questioning you. I mean, for God forbid, we played Neo 2, and we all came, and we all had the same fucking face.
Well, that's because I was fucking lazy.
Oh, you got green hair? I got blue hair. You got red hair? All nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is our faces all the same?
Alright, so going back to the show.
Hey, I think this can all stay in video game. If we're talking about video game anime,
this is not
a God tier video game. We can talk about God tier.
We can do that after the wrap up of the plot. So we go in to this another unique boss, a world boss or whatever.
Yeah.
And this party here has bought out all the max revives in the game.
Not in the game, but that they could get access to.
In the game, there's only like 15 of them for this game with 30 million players. And we spend four episodes, 2 hours watching this awful boss fight. It just continually get worse. We gotta survive Phase 1. Anything in Phase 1 can one-shot you. Also, you're down level to level 50. He's level 200.
Yeah.
Alright, now into Phase 2. He now has a horse.
And he can still one-shot you.
Do not let him get on the horse.
If him and the horse connect, it's bad. So they have to keep the horse at bay.
Now just don't die for another 10 minutes. Alright, now here's Phase 3. The horse is a Gundam.
Yeah.
He's really pissed off now. He's going to use all of his attacks in a specific order. He will still one-shot you.
Yeah.
You have to parry all of his attacks and then hit him right before his big attack. Also, you need to be holding an item that you would have gotten from a unique quest that only this guy has fucking done. And that'll make him sad, and then he'll die.
Yep.
And then the final part of this is them going to collect things to make some of the item drops that they got from this guy work.
They need a battery, and they have a broken battery, but they need to be able to fix it. So they're on a series of quests to figure that out, and then it ends halfway through said quests.
Yeah. There's a cat guy. He's pretty cool. Gets beat up a lot.
No, he's not cool. He's an absolute loser.
That's what makes him cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's a dweeb.
So I'm going to be the one person, I assume, out of the three of us, I really, really liked the fight with Weatherman.
With who?
Weatherman?
Weatherman.
Who's Weatherman?
The guy with the sword.
The 2-hour boss fight.
Oh, yeah, fuck you.
I was really engaged.
Of course you would over there.
I had a lot of fun following it and everything that they had to do.
5 months. You come back up.
No, I remember in the moment I was legitimately interested and having fun with like everything that they were trying to do.
I just remember every time something came up, I'm like, that's bullshit.
Oh, of course.
And then he's like, well, if I stack all these buffs together, and I'm like, that's bullshit.
So, okay. I'll let you finish, and I'll counter. I won't counter you, but I'll give you my point.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I was very interested in all the ways that they were solving all of their problems, and I was just engaged with the tension of it, and I personally found it satisfying. It was absurd and over the top, but it felt like what would happen if you were so low leveled and trying to do this shit, because it's absolutely absurd.
So throughout the show, I think I got to like episode 12, and then it's like started to go downhill. Where like, as a gamer, I can call myself a god tier gamer because I play at least
I've
500 different games.
I've seen that earning a platinum playlist.
I still have more games I haven't got.
There's like 10 of them in there. I mean,
I know
that's a lot.
So, oh yeah, all great games. Don't go look at any of them. All hard games to play.
Mm-hmm.
But as the show went on, it got more and more like the person writing the story didn't know what games were, and they're just like, oh, we can just do this, and this happens. It's like, because there was like scenes where he's like, oh, if we're gonna fight this guy, I gotta go play this other game because this game has like a bunch of lag. It's like, that's not gonna help you.
Well, what he does is he plays that shitty fighting game just to like get a break from things. I remember when he did that. It was just it's just something he goes back to.
No, he did say he was going to go play this game to figure out the time parrying because of how glitchy it is.
I vaguely remember that.
It's like a throwaway. It's just like, I think
that's dumb. Actually, that's I'm with you on that. That's fucking dumb. That doesn't make any sense.
But like, you know, I would have liked that fight, but I'm just sitting here, like I said, as a gamer, I'm like, okay, so nobody's ever been past stage 2, because I think, what's her name, Lady Knight, whatever.
Arthur Pencilgun.
Arthur Pencilgun. I knew it. I knew it was something.
That was the first name that I was going to
That was the first. Did you not remember that? I just said Arthur Pencilgun, whatever. But she's like, oh, I've only made it to the second fight, or the second wave, and then like she like knows everything. She's like, oh, I know exactly how to beat this. We just got to do this, this, and this. And then she gets to the third wave. It's like, well, I think you got to do this, this, and this. And it's like, how the fuck do you know? And then what really pissed me off...
It's called reading the room.
It is fair. It is fair. I walk into a room and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in here.
The lore was written on the walls.
But what I do... Shut up.
No, I mean reading the room literally.
But after the fight, after the thing comes out, I love the scientist. Like, who wears a fucking lab coat at these game developers? They're like walking in there and they're like, oh my god, somebody just beat our boss. He was supposed to be the last. You said this was going to be 10 years. Oh my god. Have you guys not seen games? People fucking, within the first week, people have already figured out most of the lore in the game. And then the rest is just like...
I'm pretty sure I brought up the same thing. I'm like, yo, data miners exist. Like, there's no way you're getting this shit out without somebody finding it.
Every update in Fortnite, you will know exactly what characters are coming out because it'll be like, oh, this character is probably coming out, this date. So it's like all this stuff, and if you have 30 million fucking people playing this game, they're gonna figure it. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
That's why I got frustrated at the fight.
Well, I love the idea that the designer is like, I wanted to make it impossible, or like the designer of the game is so disconnected from the reality of the player base, because you see that so much, where it's like, no, my game is a perfect masterpiece painting from the Renaissance. It's exactly as it should be, and then someone figures out a way to break it, and they're like, no!
I can't believe you're shitting on the lead creator of Elden Ring.
Dude, I'll shit on Elden Ring all fucking day!
You didn't read his message? He's done defending for himself.
Oh, that ship has sailed. But, yeah, no,
it's all about Team Ninja now.
Even still, like, there are certain games that I like. Like, I still have problems with, like, the Neo games, and...
yeah, there's not more of them.
Like, Wodong is not a perfect game, but it's still my favorite. And Rise of the Ronin was fine.
Really great game. That's a god tier game.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
But yeah, no. I just appreciate that side of things where you're seeing the developers and it's like, yeah, this happens. This happens a lot. And there's something about like Japanese game design that they're like, we're crafting an experience and you have to experience it the way that we want you to.
Are you shitting on Nintendo now?
I was thinking more David Cage, honestly.
Either way.
Because David Cage isn't crafting video games. He's crafting experiences.
He's crafting books.
I don't know.
He's crafting books for you to play through. And making a farting dick and balls. Because he's...
See, all I see with video games today, I just feel like it's all factory. Like everything is like by formula of like what they
what can we get to sell?
Yeah.
And like, cause I look back at other games, I'm like, or not other games, at older games, and I'm like, this felt like it had like 20 people working there, whereas this one just feels like, it's
off the line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's.
So I got frustrated when there's like only 3 people at that one.
Well, because they're the top people. There's a whole building. There's a whole fucking building.
No. There's just a producer, a programmer, and somebody else.
Now, if you want to like compare it to like Among Us.
Well, here's the other thing.
Among Us was only like there was only 4 people, and it was one map.
Yeah, but like here's the other thing. You could like there could actually be full-on AI development. Like there might not actually the humans might only be there for creative input. And
so we should boycott them?
Well, because that's the other thing, too. The NPCs in this world, like, have full-on conversations with you. Like, Emil is, she's not real. And she's literally having conversations like, oh, I can't wait to see you come back tomorrow.
Yeah. all the Yakuza rabbits are pretty too far in depth, honestly.
They're pretty robust, and they're having dynamic conversations, which is interesting. But yeah, no, it's just, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm watching this more as an anime than I am as a gamer. Like, certain parts I'm like, oh, hey, that's a game thing. But then at the bottom of the screen it defines what a buff is, and we're like 20 episodes in, and I'm just like, you fucking stupid ass fucking...
There were a lot of them, and I can't... I wish I could remember some of them, because some of them were like really obvious.
Like, I get that it's for the people that don't play video games. So it's not specifically trying to insult me. It's trying to explain for people who don't understand these concepts, they just watch anime.
Did they explain critical hits or something like that?
There's been some dumbass shit they've explained.
And who's to say that these weren't actually for the person writing the story? They're like, this is what a buff is.
I think it's a little late if we're hearing the anime explaining things to the writer.
No, the person who's written this knows more than nothing about games.
Sure.
So, more than... Okay, think of a typical anime when it tries to talk about a video game, it doesn't know a fucking thing.
Sure.
There's more than a casual understanding. This isn't, like... And I think the thing that I appreciate the most is that I was worried when they introduced the developers that it was going to get, like, grimdark and, like, there was going to be a secret evil plot. And it's like, no, they're just kind of slightly incompetent idiots. And it's like, alright, cool. It's just a video game. Like, it's just a fun video game. Like, cool. I'm glad that it's that, and there's no stupid real-world plot that we have to solve. It's just the stakes of the game.
Oh, you don't know that. We could get into season 2. And he could be anemic. And he could be fighting some guy in a parking lot.
Fuck Sword Art. Fuck Sword Art. But that fight was funny. But it also fucks Sword Art Online. I hate that. I got through the first 2 arcs, and I was like, wow. That first arc was great until the end when it was terrible, and that second arc was awful. Fuck it, I'll try the third arc. Third arc's terrible, and I'm like, I give up.
Yeah.
It's consistently disappointing. That's actually the most impressive thing about it, is that it keeps giving me something to like almost hold on to, and then it just absolutely drops all the fucking... I don't know. It drops everything. It just all falls on the floor and it's rolling all over the place. And you're just like, are you going to pick that up? And they're like, no. And they just keep walking.
That was a Brennan anime, so I stayed away from it.
Yeah, it's in that category. Like, no offense to Brennan. I get like, I like Brennan because to me...
You don't have to defend him. Shit on him.
No, Brennan...
I like people who have different opinions from me. Like, vastly different opinions. Like, that... Like, I want to understand that, because it's like, where does that come from? How does that happen?
Look at you, little cutie. Why are you like this?
Not quite that demeaning.
That's what you came up to him, I swear. You're like, hey, what's up, buddy? You got a different opinion.
I want to get you and him in a room so you can talk about Assassin's Pride.
No! I don't want to talk about that fucking anime.
Did you like Assassin's Pride?
Oh, he loves it.
And you hate Assassin's Pride? I don't even know what this is. So.
Assassin's Pride is so bad. It's just trash.
So after we got done watching it, I texted Brendan like, "Yo, you watch Assassin's Pride, right?" He's like, "Yeah, that was a really good show."
That's classic. Anything. It is funny. It is funny how Phil and Brendan are like two opposites of a cloth.
Like we're almost. I think Persona was the closest we came to like lining up, but then I sort of like halfway shifted into being like I was Team Naruto, and then
he's like, she's so fucking annoying.
No, because he was Team Naruto.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But then I sort of like slid into being
DMs.
No, I sort of slid into being more like I would be friends with Naruto and I would date Rise, which puts me more in line with Jacob.
You slid in his DMs?
No, but
I don't have DMs.
But then in Persona 5 he dated the teacher, and I'm just like, man, I don't even fucking know at this point.
Okay, so coming back to Shangri-La.
Yeah.
If you were to experience something before any of the other players would you give that information out, or would you do what he did?
I would be screaming at I would be like, yo, like, look at this. Look what just happened. Look at this. Isn't this so fucking cool? I'd be more... I wouldn't be selfish about that experience. I'd want to share it and be like... Because, like, what the fuck's the point if you're the only person who's experienced something? It's boring.
Right.
Like, I want people to experience that.
I don't know if I go out of my way of telling people about it, but I wouldn't hide it.
I tell my friends.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It's like...
But it'd be more like... I wouldn't be like, hey, guys... Well, if I'm walking through town or whatever, I'm not going to be like, hey, everybody, check this out. If somebody comes up and he's like, hey, how'd you get that, the rabbit? I'll be like, well, you see, I fought a wolf after fighting about 1,000 rabbits in the woods and stealing their swords.
Yeah, like...
And then I'd be on my way.
I feel like...
I wouldn't be covering it up or anything.
Sunraku's insistence on hoarding information is honestly very toxic. And to be fair, we're also not, like, 16 years old. So, I don't know how I would have acted.
I mean, when I was 16, I think I found the cheat codes for Tony Hawk's Shred.
Yeah.
And I shared that with the world.
Yeah, somebody took his video. Not his video, but somebody basically copied his video.
They made another Movie Maker video. And they posted the cheats too. I'm like, I was first.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think... I don't know if I tell people, but like, if if a reporter came up to me and said, hey... we see that your account found this. You know, could you give us like a scoop or something? I'd probably do that.
Honestly, if like I'm with Jacob, like if someone just came up and asked me, I'd be like,
that's what I'm saying too. If somebody came up and asked me, but like
who cares? Like it's anyway. No, it's. I feel like that like hoarding of information. That's a side of gaming that I don't understand. But it's also the only way to explain how there is somehow the ability for people to not know about every fucking thing in this video game. Like, unless that culture is so pervasive that people just hoard that information, like, yeah, no, people would know everything.
Right.
Because that's how the world works. That's how video games happen.
I don't know, man. I've seen people who don't understand diddly about Dark Souls, and that's like one of the most talked about games.
Well, you gotta look for it. Like, you... I'm just saying, like, the idea that the people who are invested in the game don't know anything about the game is just weird. Because you could find that... In a realistic world, that information would be available.
So, who do you think the shopkeeper is? Because I was trying to figure that out in this entire anime.
Shopkeeper?
Yeah, shopkeeper. The GameStop shopkeeper that sells the God Tier game.
Oh, I think that's just a shopkeeper.
You don't think she's part of the game?
No. No, I think she just works at the local GameStop.
I mean, she probably could be playing it, but I doubt she's...
I get this feeling she's going to be a big part in Season 2.
I feel like she's got some sort of family relationship to the classmate.
The girl?
Yeah, and that's the only way that they're like linked together outside of I work at GameStop, you shop at GameStop.
I don't know.
What'd you think of the boyfriend-girlfriend group?
Where
she's like always about ready to start swinging the sword, and he's like, nope, put it down.
No, that's not a monster. Don't kill that thing. That's a human. That was funny for the bit that it lasted. I feel like it didn't overstay its welcome.
And then the last thing. So I didn't quite understand this. They brought it up at the very... I don't know if they mentioned it at the fight. I think it was like episode 3 or something when Sir... Pennywise, what's his name? Arthur Pennywise?
Pencilgun.
When Pencilgun showed up, they have this thing over their heads, and it's like they attack other players.
Yeah, the the player killers. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if they established it at the beginning, but like if they die, you lose all your inventory.
Yep.
No, I didn't quite when after the fight with the God Tier boss.
With Weatherman.
Yes.
Sorry, that's so dumb.
Pencilgun was like, hey, if you kill me, I'm going to drop this stuff. So I got to put this...
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so what I didn't quite follow. So how's this work?
Are you talking about when she put her stuff in the scale so she can get it back afterwards?
Yeah.
She put it in the scale, which thus transferred... because the scale is owned by the scale owner and not her, she wouldn't drop it.
Well, no. Here's I can explain because I actually followed this because I was sitting there like, what the fuck, and I had to run it through my head. So, anything that you own or previously owned basically will get sold when you die. But also, anything on your person that is not of your possession, if you die, will simply drop.
Okay.
So, that's why the scales couldn't just be... she couldn't just have the scales and be killed. She needed to give the scales to someone so that they wouldn't just be lying around. And... yeah, so sacrificing the items to the scales deletes them effectively, so they can't be sold because they can't be pulled up from your list because they don't belong to anybody anymore. But since you can get your shit back, that's how she was able to get her loot items from that fight. Because she just basically called them back into being.
So there's no spot. Because this is why I started getting frustrated with the show, because I felt like the person making it had no idea what gaming is. So like there's no storage that they can put their stuff in.
There is. There's your
because they have a
there's
save
your
spot.
inventory.
They have a save spot, but you can't put extra stuff in there.
I assume there's no chest because that's what makes the inventory a ring that Senraku gets very overpowered.
Oh, it's so fucking absurd.
Because they explain it later, like, oh yeah, there's an encumbrance limit.
Yeah.
But because I have this, because I am now carrying the inventory screen from Fable 3, I don't have encumbrance anymore. I can just drop my shit off here.
Yeah.
So...
the fact that you can teleport to that thing in the middle of combat is... the most not... any video game would keep you from being able to fast travel at all in combat.
Right.
That's so stupid. That's such an oversight. But yeah.
But yeah, no, so... I don't think there's an item stash for players.
There's just your inventory, which is your video game inventory.
See, like I said, it's not important, but like that's how I'm watching this is how somebody like a lawyer watches lawyer shows where they're like, oh, you can't just do that, or you have to do this, and it's like, so in my brain, by episode 12, it's like, okay, the person making this thing is like, oh, people could talk about this and this and this, so I'll put this in here, and they don't like flesh it out, or they don't, or like, to me, it didn't feel like they knew it.
Well, part of the problem is that it's MMOs, and like I played RuneScape way back when. Like I played a lot of RuneScape, so.
Funny enough, Brennan hates RuneScape. So.
I don't.
We were just talking about this today.
I don't think it's great. I think it's functional.
Did you tell them, hey, I'm gonna go over to Jacobs and we're gonna talk about the MMO?
No.
And he's like, oh, I fucking hate RuneScape.
I think he did watch. No, I can't remember what it was. I think we were just. He's like, yeah, I couldn't get into it or something as a kid or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair.
We had to rely on school computers for that. Of course, you couldn't get into it.
Yeah. But no, like there's certain things that are MMO logic, and I also like, because I assume like I'm the only person who even like tried to play an MMO, because most MMOs I hate.
I did play the booty game that came out earlier this year.
The what?
Oh my god, what's it called? It just came out last month. The one I told you I hate. The one that Brennan loves. The First Ascendant.
Oh.
The booty game.
Sure, I guess.
Bunny. Look it up. Do your editing in there and put the bunny girl on here.
I ain't doing no editing. This is gonna be a still fucking...
Oh.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
I played Ark for all of 5 minutes. So that's my MMO experience.
You know what? You want me to play some... No, I don't want to download the First Ascendant again.
No, but like, that's why I was impressed with the stuff about like player killing and like what like building like the punishments for doing so, and there was just a lot that as far as like my experience with MMOs, again, just RuneScape, which isn't a lot, and also I used to watch a lot of content from a guy who was really into Final Fantasy XIV. So like, I kind of get it, and I have some understanding of like how these things work, and I feel like the person who wrote this plays an MMO.
Plays phone games. I was like, I'm a gamer.
Like he plays an MMO, and that's cool. And he's got a lot of ideas for how these things would work in the future, where your body is the controller. Like you're just in it.
Oh no, not the Kinect.
Yeah, you're on. You're on your bed going like this.
But yeah, no, it's definitely not. The problem I think we have is that it has to appeal to an anime audience just as much as it needs to appeal to us. And I feel like that's where the anime bullshit starts to like creep into what we would want from a game. Or like the buff stacking to me is funny because God, that's so MMO. Like everything I hear about doing raids in like Final Fantasy XIV or World of Warcraft, I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it. You're just stacking on all of these icons onto your character, so there's just this line.
Well, that's what Jacob does when he gets into Souls battles. He says, Jacob, don't run. And he goes, Aaron, don't, just wait here. And you see him go,
well, I mean, no, that's Remnant.
That was Neo too. That I was like,
really?
guys, do not walk into the room. I'm going to throw down all these buffs.
Right? Yeah. Because unfortunately in Wodong, a lot of the buffs just weren't all that good. Like I tried using some of them. Like there were like.
Sorry, I didn't. It's gonna be funny that we got to 40 minutes. You kept saying "Wo Dong," and people are gonna be like, "Have no idea what the hell you're talking about." I just thought of that. Like, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, it's Wolong, WOLONG.
We're gonna think Phil's a little frisky over here.
Yeah,
He's playing with some Wo Dong.
Wo Dong.
Whoa, Dong!
We started calling it Wo Dong. Just colloquially, and just became the name of the game.
What was the other one that you said? The other game, was it Remnant that had the other name?
No, it's Rise of the Ronin, which we call Rise of the Bonin.
Like we needed it to be.
Yeah, you got Bonin. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, we just started calling it Bonin, so it's like we're gonna.
My brain was like, what the fuck are we talking about right now?
But yeah, Wolong is a bit less buff heavy just because the buffs are kind of bad. Neo definitely had stronger ones where you're just sitting there and you're just throwing talismans on the ground. But yeah,
Wodong's buff system was, hey, are you wearing the right armor? And by the right armor, I mean, do you have the Grace of Nua? Well, if you don't have that, you might as well go sit over there in the corner.
Well, that's when you get to the point where you can get the Graces. But yeah, the Grace of Nua is the only good one. Like every fucking game, it's about regen. Every fucking game, except Dark Souls, because the regen in that has been nerfed so fucking hard that it's worthless.
Yeah, it's 1 HP per second as against a boss who can take off 600 with one hit.
Woo.
It's really good. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are we gonna throw points at this?
Yeah, might as well.
We're gonna buff its stats. Do you know what buff is an enhancement?
I did not know that.
I like how that was the explanation. It's like you defined it with a more complicated word. But anyway, yeah, plot. I'm personally aiming for a 4. I feel like the plot was
out of 10?
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
That's too high.
I'm somewhere between 3 and 4, honestly. Because, like, a lot of it seems really stupid because it's just, hey, what if I don't share with anybody? And it's like, really, that's what's going to catapult us to the next thing?
Yeah, that's the only way this It's the only way anything in this makes any sense is that everyone's secretive, which is dumb.
Well, you hit it with whatever. You got the phone. I can't stop you. You're like 6
All
feet
right,
away
well, I'm
from
gonna
me.
give it a 6 out of 5.
6 out of 5. It's not that good.
No, we already did that joke.
Well, I haven't done that joke.
Yo,
yet, so
you were the one who did that.
Did I do that joke?
Yes.
The last time I was on?
Yeah, it was the extra episode.
What's the extra episode?
It was like a channel wants to hang out.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like-
oh, I didn't mean to tell you. I seen that on Amazon for $15. Oh, no, not the Gremlin Girl.
You know what's fucking weird? You guys reviewed that anime and then...
It's not a review. It's just to talk about.
Oh, but
Yeah, let's be clear.
but
We
I
don't
mean
things on
review
this
in
channel.
the sense that you reviewed it in like a casual sense. I just happened to go and read it on my own time.
That's unfortunate.
It was
You
very
read
weird.
You read our review?
No, not
You went to the
you.
YouTube transcript and like, I'm gonna read.
No, I read the manga, you dunce.
You're like, God, Aaron, you really need to enunciate
I
your
hear
words.
I hear one of the final chapters has extra frames.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's just that slice of life one.
Yeah.
The girl.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Anyway, I gave it a 3. That's
Oh, it's because I really hated it, didn't I?
I don't know if you hated it or not. You just like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so plot. You're like, 1 million. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
I'm not. I never watched your guys'.
I don't blame you.
I know.
Because
It's the ongoing joke that when I post something on the Facebook Messenger, as long as I'm not triggering you, you don't see it. Just go right past it.
I mean, you did post something the other day, and I'm like, well, I should probably not send anything until Phil at least sees it.
was that the
Oh, wait, you specifically asked me something.
Oh yeah, it was about the Michael getting married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, characters.
Congratulations, Aaron. Aaron's getting married too.
He's not Aaron's not gonna watch this.
I
Aaron
know.
doesn't watch
I-
anything that he's not a part
I know
of.
he don't watch my he don't
No,
listen to
he
my
watched,
messages either.
he watched the entire Twilight Princess.
Yeah, because he was a part of it.
Only for like 3 episodes.
Still.
3 episodes he watched.
Anyway. Characters, he said.
Yeah.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
It's not out of 10!
Out of 5.
I loved. So here's the thing. This is what I was gonna bring up. So like I said, on Amazon, pencil neck. So,
It's right there on screen!
you said that earlier. I looked right at you and I said, "What's your
I
name?"
mean, to be fair, it's not highlighted, but yeah,
Where's
it is
it
there.
at? Where's it at?
Above, so episode 17 in the description. Right there, pencil gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's see.
pencil neck.
No, that doesn't. So pencil guy
Oh, man.
showed up on Amazon, and I was like, "Oh, I kind of like her design." And like I said, then you guys were doing Shangri-La, and I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it." So I ended up buying all the fucking characters, and then I'm getting Corey's favorite girl. He won't admit to this, but he loves the not high schooler. That was gonna sound wrong.
Oh, God.
That's gonna sound wrong. He loves the girl who stalks him.
Mm. Cool.
Yeah.
Is
So
it,
I'm getting
is,
her
it,
in
is it a
armor.
figure of her in armor?
No.
Damn.
No, she's in a bikini.
You know, I think we had this conversation before, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it'd be really funny if it was the armor, but in bikini.
And I took a picture because, like, the back, I'm like, Corey, look at this cake. He didn't respond.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
I'm pretty sure he was doing something else with his other hand.
Oh, probably.
Corey ain't gonna watch this either.
That's fine.
Brennan probably won't watch this. Corey won't watch it. Aaron definitely
Okay,
won't watch
Brennan
this.
won't watch this because it's high tier anime.
It's God
That's
tier
just
anime.
not what he's about.
It's God tier anime.
It's not what he's about. He's about
Trash gaming.
Alright, so characters,
I
you
don't
said.
yes.
10 out of 10.
I like him a lot.
I mean, they're all characters.
I thought I was gonna hate the rabbit mafia guy, but I actually liked him.
He was awesome. And then they came in with the Belok or Bilok or whatever, and she was cool. And I'm like, wow, you made the... Why are the NPCs better than all the humans?
And then they had the real MVP, that cat. Who I don't even know the name of.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember. It started with an A.
And that wee tot who speaks with an old man voice.
That was awful. That didn't need to exist. Anyway, I'm thinking of 4 or 5.
I'm thinking
10.
4.
You better put a 5.
4 because there's 4 main cast members.
Cool.
That's weak as shit.
Anyway.
Oh, I do have my so I have like a bunch of figures, and I have what's his name, the bird guy, Senraku. I have him facing the M&M, the yellow M&M. He's got 2 daggers like going right up the giant M&M figure.
All right.
Yeah.
He's getting them loot drops.
All that chocolate.
Yeah.
All that nut.
You gotta put that as a title. You gotta put that goddamn all that nut.
No, they have to get 50 minutes in to understand.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's the bait that keeps them watching.
Somebody needs to comment down below, and if you do put that as a title, and be like, this is clickbait. And you said, well, obviously you didn't get to 50 minutes and 78 seconds.
I mean, a lot of our titles feel like clickbait, especially when I get to make them. They're really...
Dude, that one video, I call it Smarts vs. Bullets. It was because the guy kept running away after it was in Fortnite, and the guy kept running away to revive his teammate. So he was the Smarts, and we were the Bullets, because it came down to the very end of the game, and it was us versus them again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was waiting for somebody to say clickbait, and be like, no, watch the guy keep dying to us and running away and reviving his teammate.
Yeah, nobody comments on our shit anymore.
I know.
I don't know, this is one guy who keeps commenting on all the rad videos.
I did see that.
Right, yeah.
It took
That's because I have things to say, and I love the rad playthrough. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, animation. I personally want to give this a 5.
I gave it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was very nice animation. Let's just hit it with a 5.
Yeah. Genre strength. I personally want to hit this with a 5. This was the most entertaining pseudo isekai I think I've ever watched, because there's no stakes.
Oh, that's the other thing I want to say. I know. I love that there's, like you said, there's no stakes. Like if you die, you don't die in real life. Like I'm so glad that.
Wait for season 2.
You're right.
No, they won't ruin it.
You say that.
I'm pretty sure it's a manga though.
Yeah.
Regardless, yeah, no, it's all just playing the game.
I mean,
you say Triple H? Time to play the game.
I mean, of the anime that I've heard of playing a game, it's probably a better one, yeah. Hit it with a 5, we'll move on.
Cool. Dud, we didn't watch it. Special mention.
Pencil neck.
That's a special mention for the review. That's different.
This isn't a review. Let's talk.
Yeah, regardless.
Shut your goddamn mouth over there, and this is my goddamn...
I kind of want to give it to the fur coat.
Okay, the fur coat was pretty good.
But also, the musketeer cat... The musketeer cat interacting with Bylek was kind of amazing. Especially when he's got the cloak on and it's just a mess.
I don't remember what the quote was, but it was a meme. And I don't remember what episode it was, but here's the part where I was starting to not care about watching the show, and Senraku said some type of meme towards the other guy character or girl character. I don't remember what the quote was, but he was just like...
I mean, that was like... That was like 3 months ago.
And I did watch the English version, so maybe the English was didn't have that. I don't know what it was, but it was when it was before the fight of Weatherman. They were in I think they're in the cave fishing.
Okay.
I mean, I remember the scene. I don't remember anything.
I just want to give an honorable mention to that scene, because that was kind of funny. It caught me off guard. I'm like, is that a fucking meme that they threw in there?
That could have been like a localization thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
I apologize, listeners. I did not look this show up. I haven't watched any of this show, to be honest with you. I just wanted to be part of this.
Damn, you're faking it pretty well.
Well, you know.
For a guy who owns at least 4 figures of this show.
I'll own 5 at the end of August.
I was going to say with a 5th on the way.
With all the cake coming.
I personally don't have a special mention. Aside from Shitbird. Shitbird's amazing.
You know what? Yeah.
Just fuck you, Shitbird! I was having a good time and the fucking Shitbird shows up.
You want to get that 1 or 2?
I just give it a 1.
Alright, that's
Out
fine.
of 5?
Out of 2.
We can only give...
Oh.
The special mention for the Godzilla films used to be out of 5, but that was because everything else was out of 10. I had to round down in order to make it kind of fit with everything. I wanted it to be slightly different. I kind of regret it now because it doesn't... There's not a lot of wiggle room on these points.
That's half my titles of my shows. I regret naming them certain things.
Oh, I don't regret anything I title something. It's always fun. I would have... I was...
Well, you don't make long ass titles.
Yeah, but I
Winning,
don't...
being, earning a platinum. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's a long ass. We're just gonna call it WGEAP. Wagba!
Anyway. 18.
That sounds about right. That's
Out of 100?
out of 9,000, yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? It's over 9,000.
No, it's under 9,000. It's 18!
God damn it.
Okay. We'll see y'all.
In 5 months.
I mean, the next one is very long.
Is it even anime? I'm pretty sure the next thing is not anime.
It's
Jacob said that you had 25 episodes. He's coming with 600 episodes. He's bringing One Piece! Oh my god! See you in 5 years!
No, we're gonna watch that German bedtime show. It's got
No!
1,000 episodes.
God.
Okay, well, we'll see you for something else.